All right, I must confess I'm learning to day trade, hopes of funding some more lawsuits. Although I still have the GoFundMe, it's on my homepage at broadfork.com. Um, One of the board members of GALDEF, Genital Autonomy Legal Defense Fund, uh, suggested that I put in an application for money from them. And I'm talking about 500 or really 1,000, because you want to cover the fees, filing fees, at the circuit level and at the appellate level for each case. And I got a rejection letter, and it didn't, mean that much. I said, all right, I'll fill out the form. Um, from the director, founder, Tim Hammond. I'll share it with you. But it was just telling that one of the problems with the movement, that it likes to talk about it, but is afraid, to go over the wall. Because as I say, it's the one that usually gets bloody, first one over the wall. But the then this morning I woke up and there was an order from the court in Sarasota in my case against the state attorney there, Ed Brodsky, and the judge is Stephen Walker. And Stephen Walker has been a serious nuisance um, in his obstruction of justice. The court just has one duty: it's to protect the Constitution and see to justice. And man, they are hiding from themselves in a way that's just unconscionable. It's uh, you know conspiring in this crime against humanity. I'll put up, and I banged out an answer to that order and went straight after him for his criminal dereliction, and I'll link that in the description field of this YouTube video. I also have a hearing next Tuesday, the 18th, or this coming Tuesday, I should say, whatever you say it, on my second case against Sarasota Memorial Hospital, a hearing on the defendant's motion to dismiss. And it's the same thing. It's a manifest injustice. The court has broad powers to act in such a case, and it's the most serious systemic crime going on in the United States today. It was This conduct was addressed by the Nuremberg Code. This is after several German doctors were hanged by the neck until dead for this exact, in part, this exact same conduct. It's just weird. It is just weird how, oh, I wouldn't have been a Nazi, and as the psychologist from Toronto, Jordan Peterson, always points out, yeah, you would. Yeah, you would have been. And you are. So there's no more mystery in that wandering. So anyway, I also like to make the point now, excuse me, that there's this trope about that if you don't like circumcision, you're an anti-Semite. And the fact of the matter is, several points, I suppose. First of all of the Jews who I know can't wait for this meme to be retired. Cannot wait, because it causes so much discord, and they know that you're not supposed to treat newborn babies that way. Also, it's not the fault of the Jews. Everybody wants a scapegoat. It's a bullshit. This country is 95% Christian, and Christianity eschewed circumcision. So, if you're looking for a religion to blame it on, look no further. Look no further. When I say this country is 95% Christian, I mean 60% declared and 35% environmental. People that don't practice any other religious faith, but grew up in the United States surrounded by the Christian culture. Um, so Muslims and Christians, Muslims and Jews in the United States together are less than 3% of the population. And I don't know who gets the other 2%. I just left it hanging there. And I tell you the truth, in the Intactivism movement, so many of the heavy hitters are Jewish. The ones that, there's this distinction to be made is between an educated person and, the regular provincial. It has nothing to do with their religion or ethnicity or gender. Over half of the movement is female in Intactivism, where, female genital mutilation is already profoundly illegal in the United States. So much for equal protection. All right, well, I don't want to go on and on. It's been 6.5 minutes, and I've got work to do. Anyway, I'll link some of what I just talked about, including advertise the Zoom hearing on Tuesday, and appreciate if y'all would attend and share this video so other people will also attend. We need to show up for this. And I couldn't travel to Oregon. I wanted to for the filing of the Hattichek v. Oregon suit, and waited quite a long time for the hearing to start on Zoom. Even to the point when it said, "This is over," I thought, well, it must have just timed out. It hasn't really started yet. Found out that evening that Intact Global had defeated the state's motion to dismiss. So there's a good case going forward. All right. Thank you.